ओके सो लास्ट क्लास में हम प्लैनेट्स के बारे में वी वर स्टडिंग अबाउट सो वी कवर्ड आई थिंक सूर्य मून मार्स मर्करी and Jupiter. Okay, so initially we started with the planetary cabinet. We know that Sun and Moon are the king and queen, and Jupiter and Venus are the advisors or the Raj Gurus. Mars is the army commander, the the aggressive army commander. Mercury is innocent prince. It will depend on whom he is with, he will become uh, like that person. Saturn is like a worker, he works really hard. Rahu and Ketu are the soldiers of the army. So, this is the basic planetary cabinet. Now, then we studied about the sun, we knew that it is the king, it represents king, it represents father, represents higher positions of the like of any organization, the CEO, the boss. It represents government jobs, it represents gold. So all these things it represents. Then moon is the karaka of, these are known as significations, okay, or karaka in Hindi. Moon is karaka of mother, emotions, mind, anything related with water. Moon is karaka of all the emotions, all these things. So there are some stories also, some Puranic stories also, which if you will read, na, so it will be easier for you to recall the characteristics of the planet, the nature of the planet, and how they behave with each other. Like for example, there is a story about moon. Like moon was son of king, oh sorry, not king, rishi Atri rishi. And Atri rishi asked him to go and go to this guru, like Jupiter, go to guru and for his education. So he followed his orders and went to guru, like went to Jupiter, went to his ashram for his education. But there he developed a relationship with Jupiter's wife, Tara. So he developed a relation with his guruma, which is Tara. And then there was some issue in Swarglok. So Jupiter was called by Indra. So Jupiter went to Swarglok. So behind Jupiter, Moon and Tara went away. They eloped and they went to Chandralok, and Tara started living there in Chandralok. And Jupiter was very, he was very not very happy. He could not, he did not understand that Tara could do something like this to her, to him. So he looked for Tara everywhere, and finally he came to know then that Tara has ran away with Chandra. So he tried a lot, but Tara refused to come back. So finally he went to Indra. He told him that this is the matter. So Indra declared a war on Moon, but then Venus, the the guru of Daityas, he came to know about all this. So he came in support of Moon, and they like they there was some a lot of issue. Then finally, Lord Brahma intervened, and he told Chandra that this is not good. You should return Tara back to Jupiter. So after the intervention of Brahma, no one could say anything. Even Tara realized her mistake, so she went back to Jupiter. Jupiter also accepted Tara, and as per Jupiter's word, like because Jupiter is the guru, is the main guru of main wisdom. He whatever he says is the word. So Jupiter like told, I don't remember how to Indra or someone, he told that he has already forgiven Tara, and that misdeeds of a woman is like because of their monthly cycle. Whenever there is a monthly cycle, so they get free from the misdeed of cheating or something. So this is what Jupiter told Tara. So but then there was an but Tara was pregnant, and she was pregnant with Chandra's Chandra's child, and that child was Mercury. Okay, and that child was born in Jupiter's ashram, and that child was Mercury. So Jupiter thought that this is his child. Chandra and Jupiter had a fight, not a fight but an argument, that whose child is it. Then again, Narad, I think Narad or Brahma, someone intervened, and then Tara told them that this is Chandra's child. So that child was Mercury. Okay, so Tara told that this is Chandra's child. So I think it was Lord Brahma who intervened, and then they decided, like Brahma decided, that the child should be brought up in Atri's ashram. Atri was again Chandra's father. So he Mercury's granddad. So the Mercury was sent to Atri's ashram, and there he was brought up well. So this was a little story about Moon, Jupiter, and Mercury. So this tells that Moon is a bit like it represents minds. It represents no that जो भी मन में आता है वो करता है. He doesn't feels a lot about like what is right. Like he doesn't care. Sometimes sometimes, not always, sometimes he doesn't cares about dharma, what is right, what is wrong. Your mind can go anywhere, so you should always keep a check on your mind. That's what this story represents. And this story also represents like about tells a lot about Jupiter also. Like Jupiter has a lot of wisdom. He could have rejected Tara, but he accepted Tara wholeheartedly, and Tara also realized all the mistakes what she had done, and she became a very good wife. Like after that, she and then there is another story about the moon. Like after this incidents, what happened? Moon was very sad. So Narad came to him, and Narad told him that what's that see, Tara has come over your thing because she has her husband by his side. So because of that, she has got over you. Why don't you go and get married? So Moon said, okay, but who will marry me? Jupiter said, don't. Narad suggested, don't worry. You are very handsome, so I know someone who will I know someone how to get you married. So he went to Daksha Prajapati. He had 27 sisters. Now these 27 sisters are 27 nakshatra. Ashwini, Bharni, Kritika, Rohini. These are the 27 nakshatras. Okay. So he went to Daksh Prajapati and asked him that he should marry all 27 of his like these nakshatras of these daughters to Moon, and the marriage was fixed, and Moon got married to all the 27 daughters of Daksh Prajapati. These 27 daughters. Yes, Daksh Prajapati had many other daughters also, but these 27 daughters. Okay, which are named with the nakshatras. And then Moon was like Moon just liked the Rohini. Moon loved Rohini a lot more, and he did not like he did not spend any time and did not behave well with rest 26 of the daughters. and he used to spend all the time with Rohini and only. So then again, these daughters complained to Daksh Prajapati, and uh, because of that, Daksh Prajapati cursed the moon, and he said that you will die slowly and slowly, slowly and slowly. You will die. You will get tuberculosis. That you will get diseased, and you will die. So then Moon got really, like, he got really scared, and he asked for forgiveness. And like his daughters also, like the 26 daughters also asked Prajapati that please forgive, don't do so he said, okay, once he is cursed, it's cursed. I can just alter the curse, I cannot remove the curse. So he said that Moon should go to a place where Saraswati is meeting the ocean, and he should have a bath, so his disease will be fine. But yes, he will die, but he will get renewed again. Like, he will lose his light slowly and slowly in 15 days, and after 15 days he will again gain his light. Okay, that is the cycle. Like in last to last class we understood about the waning and waxing moon. Okay, so this story is related to the waning moon and the waxing moon. Okay, and again here the characteristics of that moon is also reflected. That moon again, he liked Rohini only, so he spent time with Rohini. He forgot his dharma about all other 26 of his wives. And also, as when we'll see the like these 27 nakshatras are basically named because of moon. Like in one of the classes we also discussed that these are also known as lunar mansions. The nakshatras are also known as lunar mansions, and rishis divided the zodiac into 27 parts because moon crosses moon crosses the whole zodiac within 27 days. So one day for each zodiac, and moon actually takes a longer time to cross Rohini compared to other nakshatras. He spends more time in Rohini nakshatra. So this story is again related to this. Like we can see that how it is beautifully related to what is actually astronomically happening and what is happening in our Puranas. Okay, so these were few stories which are, like, if you could recall the stories, so you would recall the characters of the planets. Any questions till now? Okay, so then we also, in the last class we also saw about the Mars, like read about Mars, that Mars is the army commander. He's very aggressive. Mercury represents the intelligence. The Buddha, he is the intelligence. He can adjust as per the conditions. He is of Vaishya caste, so if he likes to solve problem using his intelligence, using his speech rather than aggression. Jupiter is the planet who is the most benefic planets of all. He has the like he has the real spiritual wisdom. So as we just understood from the story also, like he forgave Tara for all his sins, and every all the matter was resolved despite whatever misdeed she did. Okay, now comes the Venus. Venus is the guru of Daityas, the Rakshasas. So Venus is again a benefic planet. Venus is the planet which gives us all the luxuries, all the worldly luxuries. He is the Karaka of finance. He is the Karaka of luxuries. He is the Karaka of anything which looks very attractive to us, like comforts. He is the Karaka of marriage. He is the Karaka of spouse. Venus represents like luxury vehicles. So anything related to luxury, anything related to fashion, anything related to aesthetics, like even perfume, luxurious beds, luxurious sofa, anything related to, you know, the worldly things which we really like, the luxurious worldly items. So all these are represented by Venus. So Venus has, like, as we understood, he is the minister or the advisor of the Daityas. The caste is Brahmin again. So he is the counterpart of, like, uh, Jupiter. Jupiter is the guru of Devtas and Venus is the guru of Daityas. And Guna is Rajas. So as we told, why Rajas Guna, we could understand. No, because he is giving us all the luxuries, all the worldly things, money, car, bed, all these worldly things. So that's why it represents Rajas Guna. Its abode is bedroom, tree, floral, element. We will understand all these things later on also. So these are the main characteristics of Venus. Then the next planet is Saturn. Saturn is Shani. Saturn is Saturn is Surya's sun. Okay, so Saturn is the slowest of all. Like, of all the 9 planets, Saturn is the slowest one. So if you will see the solar system, it is the farthest from the sun. Like, we are not talking about Uranus, Pluto, and all. Amongst these planets, it is the farthest from the all. It takes 30 years to complete one revolution. Okay, so Saturn represents servants. It represents anything that is black. It represents sorrow. It represents tamas guna. So actually Saturn is also a kind of misunderstood planet. Like, people fear Saturn a lot, but Saturn is basically the it cleans your karmas basically. Because and if Saturn is there, Saturn is sitting, any, of course, in everyone's chart, Saturn would be sitting somewhere or the other. So wherever the Saturn sits, it doesn't deny that things. It basically slows you down. It makes you really wait for it. May really make you work hard for that. It makes sure you deserves that thing. Then only he gives it. Okay, it makes you really work hard. So Saturn represents servant. Like, in fact, if your Saturn is not good and if you are doing any service, Saturn represents service. Saturn is, although Saturn is son of Surya, it does Surya is ego, and Saturn represents service. Saturn doesn't likes ego at all. Saturn wants to break your ego. So if your Saturn is weak, he would love if you can do any menial service, like, in mandirs and gurudwaras people do, keep chappals and all. That service, that free of cost service, in which your ego gets really diminished. Okay, Saturn loves that kind of job. Okay, so if you can do something like that, your Saturn would be pleased. If you are doing anything for servant, then your Saturn would be pleased. But if you are not behaving well with your servants, with the service class, with the sweepers and all those people, then your Saturn will get, no, is it will get angry on you. You will have to face the negative side of the Saturn. Okay, so Saturn wants you to keep yourself humble, down to earth. Okay, these are the qualities that Saturn wants to see in you. No ego. Okay, so Saturn has an long body, yellow eyes, windy temperament. His big teeth. It's lazy, it's lame, and has coarse hair. He is very slow. Okay. Then these were the 7 main planets. Then we have Rahu and Ketu. Okay. So Rahu as a see Rahu. These Rahu and Ketu are, again, these are the most misunderstood planets. Okay. So Rahu has, like, we have that again during Samudra Manthan, like there is a story during Samudra Manthan. There was a like when Vishnu, who took the uh, like who became the Mohini, and he was distributing the Amrit to Devtas. And Rahu was one person amongst the devils who who had a doubt. He's very intelligent. He was doubting Rohini, sorry, Mohini. So he thought he might, that devtas might not get the Amrit. So took the roop of he took that roop of a devta and sat within the queue of the devtas. And as soon as he like had the sip of Amrit, someone identified him, and then Vishnu took like attacked him with his Sudarshan chakra, and his like neck, like his face went once at one place, and rest of the body was one. So it become Rahu and Ketu. So this is one story about Rahu and Ketu. So one Rahu represents just the face, just the mouth, this area, the head area, and the Ketu represents the rest of the body. So Rahu can eat as much as it wants. He doesn't has a stomach, but he can eat, 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 eat. He will not get satiated. So Rahu represents that hunger, like it unsatiable hunger. He can eat anything. Okay. So when your Rahu is when your Rahu is on the like when Rahu is playing a role on you, that means you get very like you you don't get satisfied with anything. You just want like someone may want so much money, 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 money. He will not get satiated. Okay. So Rahu is a smoky planet. It makes things very dull. You can't see clearly. Your vision is not clear. It makes you kind of addicted of things. So you'll get just addicted of money. Like you just want money. You don't see things clearly. You can't see. You might not be taking care of your family. You might not be taking care of your health. You are just mad. So it makes things smoky. You don't even feel like what will you do with your money, but you'll just run around like it. I'm just giving example of money. It can make you like it addicted, like it can make you hungry of anything. So that uncontrolled hunger is Rahu. And Ketu is more of a separative planet. Ketu, like when the Ketu is more like when Ketu is playing a role, it represents, Ketu also represents moksha. Ketu will like make you secluded. When Ketu is more effective, like in whichever house it is more, it is there, it will cut the things. Like cut the things means, like if it is there in a relationship house, then maybe whichever relation is that, you'll not be like, it will cut that relation. You might be living far away, or you might not be in good terms with that particular person. Or if it is in education house, then there may be breaks in your education. So Ketu is a separative planet. So so these were the main characteristics of these 9 planets. So any doubts in this till now?
What is this period? 8 MOR 3 MOK.
So 8 month is for Rahu and 3 month is for Ketu. Remember,
Okay.
in the last class also we saw that there were some periods for every planets. Like these periods
Okay.
represents like if there is anything which these planets are going to fulfill or anything. So this will represent the time period in which that thing can get fructify.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So these are the main classifications, like if you will classify planets with gender, so male planets are Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. Female planets are Moon, Venus, and Rahu. And neuter planets are Mercury, Saturn, and Ketu. Okay, so like these are the main classification in a glance. And caste, like Jupiter and Venus, they are the Brahmins, they are the Pandits, they are the Rajgurus. Okay, one is for Devtas and other is for devils. Kshatriya, Sun and Mars. Sun is the king, Mars is the army commander, the Senapati. Vaishya, Moon and Mercury. So for business people, it's really good to have a strong Moon and strong Mercury, or you can say vice versa. If you have a good Moon and good Mercury, so you would be good in business. Okay, if you have a strong Saturn, you should do some service or anything, any job related to service, like any job in which you need to give a lot of service, like maybe nurses, or like you have to serve people, maybe doctor, or like when anything in which you need to serve people, or even a business in which you need to you are going to serve people. Okay, and then these are the outcast, Rahu and Ketu. Then when it comes to gunas, again these represents the nature of these planets, that Sun, Moon, and Jupiter are the sattva, have sattva guna. Mercury and Venus, since they are more into worldly activities, so they represent rajas guna. Mars, Saturn, and the nodes means Rahu and Ketu, they are the tamas planets, like they represent the tamas guna. Then we have the caste also. Every planet has its states, like these have applications, like for example, let's say someone's is having some issue and his Mercury, say Venus is afflicted. So and he goes to astrologer and he says that he shows his chart. So he sees that his Venus is afflicted and he's having some stomach issues. So then it may be because of hyperacidity. See, Venus represents sore thing, so it may be because of hyperacidity. So then, depending on that chart, and he may suggest him some remedy, that don't eat salt things, or it is causing you hyperacidity, and so you may eat something else. So these have the tastes and all these qualities whatever we are studying, although they may look like they may not look very interesting like to you, and it might feel that we have to mug it up. But slowly and slowly, as you will start studying again more and more, you will relate it with all these qualities, like these things will be used a lot in predictions. Again, then we have the seasons, then we have the directions. So like the directions, how they are used, they could be used like especially in prashna or something, like if someone comes and asks you, I have lost this thing, then he might see that which planet like is more, your which planet is more afflicted, or which planet's dasha is going on, which planet is active right now, and then which what direction it represents. Then based on then he can say that your thing could have been lost in this direction. Then he may see the dhatu of that planet. Then he can tell that, looking at the dhatu, let's say it's a sun or Venus, then it might be in woods, or if it is a dhatu is mineral, then it could be in somewhere near the rocks or something. So based on such things, you can make the predictions. Then again we have the trees. I think we discussed it in the last class also. Like we have the trees also represent, like sun representing strong stout trees. So this basically means a strong, means sun means represents the backbone of the, is the king, he is the backbone of you. Sun is the soul. So stout trees represents a straight, something straight, it's like a backbone. And moon represents milk, moon represents mother, so that's why it is representing milky trees. Then the trees are like, there are herbs also related to these planets, which can be used like as a remedy. That's what I also discussed in the previous class. Then iron, we have already discussed this, like periods of the planetary positions. So it will show that in what period, like let's say if a if your moon is afflicted or your moon is benefic and its dasha is going on, and you ask like a related question, then based on the time period, an astrologer may estimate that in what period of time this thing will be done. So depending on the time period related to that particular planet. Now this is the summary of friendship. Now there are three types of friendship. Okay, now there are friendship and enmity between the planet. This is the natural or nasargic friendship. Okay, so there are three types of friendship between the planet. So what we are studying is the natural thing. Natural thing means it doesn't matters, it is independent on the chart. Like for example, I also told you about being natural malefic and natural benefic. Okay, which is also independent on the chart, which is not dependent on the chart. Okay, but depending on chart also there could be some friendship enmity between the planet. Depending on chart also there could be some maleficence and beneficness of the planets. So that we are not studying right now, that we will study later. Okay, so this is the natural benefits, natural friendship of the planets. So sun regards moon, Mars and Jupiter as friends. So see, I can it is actually difficult to learn this chart as it is, especially for beginners. So what you can do is you can divide these planets in two groups. One group is like sun, Mars, moon and Jupiter, these four planets. You can put these four planets in one group, and these three planets, Saturn, Mars and Venus, in second group. Okay, so you can keep this chart with you, and then for like to easy for easiness or like to easily remember, just put these four in one group and these four in other groups. So this is the group of royal planets. No, sun is royal, sun is the king, moon is the queen, Mars is the army commander and Jupiter is the advisor, Rajguru. So these four people in one side. Rest three people, Saturn is servant, Mercury is prince. Mercury is a difficult, like it will create, it has a difficult relationship in this friendship enmity. But anyways, we keep it in this half. And Venus is the, although it is an advisor, but it is devil's advisor. Okay, so we will keep these three in the second group. Okay, now the planets in group A, okay, will have friendship with each other and enmity with the planets of group B. And planets in group B will also have friendship with each other and enmity with the planets of group A. Okay, although this is not like, this is a general rule, there will be some exceptions, especially in case of Mercury. Okay, but this is a general kind of rule. Okay, so mostly you can use this rule, and then there will be few exceptions here and there, but this is the approximate, like approximately you can learn the friendship and enmity using these two rule. And regarding Ketu and Rahu and Ketu, Rahu is like Rahu behaves like Saturn and Ketu behaves like Mars. So they are called Kujvat Ketu and Shanivat Rahu. Kuja means Mars. So Mars has different name. Mars is called as Mangal. Mars is known as Bhoma. Mars is known as Kuja. So why Bhoma and Kuja? Because Mars is known to be a son of Bhumi, the Mother Earth. although Mars is actually so this also has a story. So Mars actually came out of a drop of like a not a teardrop, the what do you call, the sweat from Shiva itself. So Mars, when Shiva was doing some penance, and a sweat dropped, and it dropped in the on the earth, and it formed a child. So that child was Mars, and since it went to Mother Earth, suddenly Mother Earth appeared, and Shiva asked her to take care of this child and keep this and like be, behave this child like it's her own child. So that's why that Mars is called as Bhoma or Kuja. Ku is also a name of Mother Earth. Okay, so Bhoma or Kuja, and that is why Mars also represents land. It was a boon given to Mars, like whoever will worship Mars will get a lot of land. Okay, because Mars represents land. So so if you want to go into property business, make sure your Mars is good. And if your Mars is afflicted, it's better to buy a property in the name of your spouse, who might be having a better Mars. Okay, so these are some applications of these planets. Okay, so this was the friendship and enmity. And then again, just to revise the natural benefics and natural malefics. So Jupiter, the guru, is the most benefic planets of all. Shukra is again a benefic planet. So these two planets are the main benefic, Guru and Shukra, the advisors. They are the main benefic planets. Mercury is benefic only when, like as I told, if it is sitting with benefics, it is benefic. If it is sitting with malefics, it is malefic. But generally, we take it as a benefic, in unless it is not afflicted. Afflicted means no malefic planet is sitting with Mercury or aspecting it. Then we take it as a benefic planet. And moon depends on the Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh. So if when the moon is increasing, so it depends on your birth chart. If you are born in Krishna Paksh or you are born in Shukla Paksh. Krishna Paksh means when moon was losing its light, when it was moving from Purnima to Amavasya, losing its light. That is known as Krishna Paksh. So if you are having a Krishna Paksh moon, that means it will behave like a malefic. If you are having Shukla Paksh moon, when it was moving from Amavasya and gaining its light to go to Purnima, so it will be a benefic moon. Okay, so again, going back to the story, as the moon is losing its light, it will be sad, no? And if it is gaining its light, it will be happy. So again, you can relate it to that. And the malefic planets, we have a lot of malefic planets. Surya is a Krura planet, but it is mild Krura, as we discussed, that it will behave like your father. It will punish you, but it will not kill you. Okay, it is punishing you because it wants to make sure that you work hard, you do something good in your life. So Sun is mild malefic, and then Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, these are all malefic planets. So this was all about the planets. So any doubts in this? So this is clear, right?
It
Right.
is getting clear. Yes.
So राजेश जी, ठीक, आपको समझ में आया सब?
हाँ सर, समझ में आया।
ठीक है, तो आज का सेशन विल फिनिश विद टुडेज सेशन, एंड विल हैव अ क्लास ऑन वेडनेसडे. ओके, ठीक है.
Sure. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
ठीक है, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग, नमस्ते.